Dang, Terrence, it was just one lap dance from Beyonce over 20 years ago. Is it living rent free in his head? I mean, it lives rent free in my head. Okay, so Terrence Howard did an interview and he said that he had the chance to date Beyonce once and he decided to date someone else in the group. He said the girl with the blue eyes. I'm assuming that's Farrah from Destiny's Child. And he said that when Beyonce did the lap dance at the Awards, allegedly, that she was showing him what he was missing. And you know, that would be a classic Beyonce move.
Girl, every time Terrence Howard speaks, he always drops a bomb because what do you mean he and Beyonce had a secret affair? Child, by now Terrence has been involved in every possible scenario, from almost being Diddy's lover to sleeping with Oprah. And now he's revealing new stories about how he and Beyonce got together. Jay-Z almost ruined his career over it. Y'all better be sitting for this one because this story is absolutely wild.
Ladies, y'all remember back in the 90s, Terrence was everybody's heartthrob. Terrence, see, y'all young ones don't remember this. And Terrence is fine now. But back then, Terrence was boy, okay? Terrence Howard had that quiet, mysterious, bedroom eyes energy. And Terrence, y'all remember he had that shaky voice. You know, it was like light and deep at the same time. Where he come out, he go, okay, Maine, okay, Maine. I love the way he said Maine. And then I could see this. I could absolutely see this because as women, we always want to show the guy what he's missing. Even if you are Beyonce.
Okay, so if there's one thing about Beyonce, it's that we know almost nothing about her dating life, except that she's been, and still is, with Jay-Z. And when it comes to Jay, it's well known that he gets super jealous and hates it when Beyonce hangs out with other men, even though he's cheated on her multiple times. In fact, sources say the reason we rarely see Beyonce collaborate with male artists is that Jay-Z once forbade it, which is why she hardly performs or does anything with male entertainers. But one moment Beyonce really stepped outside the box was during Destiny's Child's 2005 performance of Cater to You. Music. Michelle picked Magic Johnson, Kelly chose Nelly, and Beyonce went for Terrence Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these fine men. Sit down, baby. Let's sing, ladies.
Ooh, boy, I've been waiting. You got my body shaking. You're so deep, baby, please. Do you like it like this? Do you like it like this?
And while the girls gave an amazing performance, it was Beyonce's dancing that really stole the headlines. Girl, she was living for that moment and went all out. Meanwhile, Terrence looked like he might pass out, clutching his shirt the whole time. You could tell just by looking at Terrence's face that Beyonce's performance was a total success from where he was sitting. But even though everyone loved the performance, many wondered why Beyonce picked Terrence. Music. Was she trying to make a statement, or was she just letting loose since Jay-Z wasn't in the audience? Now that Terrence Howard is sharing his side, it's clear Beyonce had a plan that night. Back in the early 2000s, after rising to fame with shows like Hustle and Flow and Crash, Terrence was everywhere and got the chance to officially meet Destiny's Child. When they started talking, music. Terrence noticed that Beyonce warmed up to him and made it clear she liked him. But while she expected him to feel the same, music, Terrence said he wasn't interested and went on to date Farrah Franklin.
I had a chance to date Beyonce, early on, and we had a conversation, and I ended up talking to the other girl inside of, Destiny, the girl with the blue eyes. And I remember Beyonce looking over at me, and I think that's why she picked me to do that dance when she did the kind of striptease dance that we did at the BETs or whatever, to show me what I had lost.
Terrence mentioned that Beyoncé might have felt a little shaded by his actions or questioned whether he had any doubts about the whole situation. Beyoncé's performance proved it. She specifically chose Terrence to show him what he had missed out on. And it helped that Jay-Z happened to be elsewhere that night, giving her the freedom to go all out. But neither of them expected the performance to go completely viral. Music. Everyone was talking about it. Even though Jay wasn't there, it didn't take long for him to see what Beyoncé was up to, and girl, he was not happy. To put it in perspective, remember how he treated Sean Paul when people speculated there was chemistry between him and Beyoncé after Baby Boy dropped. Jay reportedly sabotaged Sean, who later said he and Beyoncé couldn't really perform the song together because Jay was so against it. Some insiders also claim Jay was upset because Sean told Beyoncé during the music video shoot that she should be with a finer ninja. Music. Jay felt that Sean was being disrespectful, and he was not willing to tolerate it. So when Beyoncé's performance with Terrence came out, Jay was furious that he felt disrespected, and he wasn't thrilled with all the buzz about the chemistry between Beyoncé and Terrence either. But by that point, Beyoncé was pretty upset too. According to Terrence, she couldn't understand why Jay was so angry about the performance, especially when she hadn't done anything more while he had been cheating on her from the start. She thought it was hypocritical for him to get his feelings hurt over a performance. At that moment, it was like a switch flipped for Beyoncé. And baby, there was a blind item back in the day claiming that after the performance, Terrence and Beyoncé got together. At first, she was reportedly doing it just to give Jay-Z something to be furious about, but later, they developed real feelings, and the relationship lasted a while, until Jay-Z found out. When this story first came out, almost everyone ignored it, but now Terrence is confirming that Beyoncé did have feelings for him. And get this, while Beyoncé and Jay-Z were able to work things out, repair their relationship, and eventually get married, it wasn't smooth sailing for Terrence. Music. He expected Jay to be upset. Beyoncé was his girlfriend, but he didn't expect how far Jay would go to make his life difficult. Jay allegedly took shots at Terrence. Music. Even pulling strings to get him blacklisted in the industry. Terrence claims Jay spread false rumors, painting him as difficult to work with, and used his connections to make people avoid him. Fans agree with Terrence, saying that lap dance was legendary. Music. And probably one of the times Beyoncé and Jay broke up. We saw that chemistry firsthand, which is why Beyoncé wanted Farrah out of the group, less competition for her. Everyone remembers that Destiny's Child performance when Beyoncé was clearly trying to prove a point to Terrence Howard. But what do y'all think about this so-called affair? Drop your comments below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.